What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? UCB Uncommon Bomb Podcast. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. You know why we're here. You know what it is tonight. If you're really into the fights, if you're really a person that is a big, huge fan and you got a little something in your wallet, you in Las Vegas tonight. Hence, we got the Las Vegas Raiders in the building. Las Vegas tonight is hosting one of the biggest fights that has ever come across the scene, at least in the last decade. We got a 4-belt champion going to be crowned tonight. Okay. We got a big fight when we got Errol Spence and Bud Crawford about to square off tonight in Las Vegas. So it's going to be a great night. Before we get into it, just want to talk about Cask N Kane. What is it? You see it right there. It's beautiful. It's yummy. It's delicious. It's all of that and then some. Cask N Kane is an impeccable blend of Caribbean rums paired to create an exclusive small batch rum that can either be used in a cocktail or enjoyed neat. Cask N Kane's unique flavor profile cannot be found at your local liquor store. This rum was created with the intention to help one reimagine rum for its elegance and complex flavors. So where can you get that? Tell you where you can get that. And the link is going to be somewhere in the video or on the gram. I'm going to spell it out for you right now, just like it says on the shirt. Cask, C-A-S-K-N, the letter N, C-A-N-E, Kane.com. Black-owned business. You can get it. I went out to Baltimore last week, and I was blessed enough to meet the brothers behind this rum. Very good. Can't say enough about it. You can enjoy that neat, like they said in the bio, or you could put it with a cocktail. It really doesn't matter. This thing is smooth. You're going to enjoy it. I actually thought that there was some sugar cane in the mix. But in any event, please check it out. Black-owned business, Cask N Kane rum. You won't regret the choice. I'll tell you like that. Get a case because you're going to need it because this thing is going to fly off your shelf as soon as you bring it in the crib and you entertain some guests. But let's get to it. What are we talking about tonight? We're talking about this fight. I'm a novice fan, not a novice fan all the way through, but I stopped watching, much like a lot of people after the Tyson Holyfield. And, you know, maybe we got our taste buds a little wet pause when we was talking about Mayweather and Pacquiao, who fought past their primes, but we still were so thirsty to get something. We went and we checked it out. But what we got here is two fighters in their prime. Some people, real boxing fans, might say maybe 2 years too late, but I'm not buying it. They in their prime. We got Errol Spence at 33 years old. We got Bud Crawford at 35. These guys are still doing their thing. They still at the peak of their performance as boxers. So we are in for a treat. Two sluggers. We're not going to see a lot of dancing around and running. We're going to see two guys that are really competitive, that want to get it on, and that's all we need. When it goes to the tape, to the height, tail of the tape, let's get to it. So let's keep it real basic. For those of you that might not be a fan or not into the boxing game like that, we're going to give it to you rudimentary. Nothing crazy. I'm not going super deep. 5'9" is where Errol Spence logs in at, whereas Bud Crawford is 5'8". The height difference doesn't look too crazy when they're right next to each other, but when they're not side to side, you think that Errol Spence is a lot taller than what he is. But, you know, together it's not much. But here's where the tail of the tape starts to switch for me. So for me, when it comes to boxing, I'm all about your reach. Shoulder blade to tip of to the glove. How can I touch you? Can I get to you without having to get inside? Can I touch you up with the jab and all of that? Bum Crawford has a 74 reach. Errol Spence has 72. May not sound like a lot, but all I'm saying is I'm a reach dude. I like the reach for Bud Crawford is 74, and that might give him a slight edge if you're looking for anything technical. When it comes to the records, Errol Spence, 28-0, 22 by knockout. When we talking about Bud Crawford, 39-0, 30 by knockout. So what we got here, like I said, toe-to-toe, bang, bang, bang. We're going to get a show tonight. You're not going to be disappointed. Where I'm leaning, might as well just throw the predictions out here and then we'll get into all the particulars. I'm leaning Bum Crawford. Why? All right, first of all, you know what I mean? Beard Gang, he out there training out there in the Alps or wherever they say in the mountains with the where the altitude is real low, you know what I mean, high, so he getting that real performance in, getting his lungs nice and sturdy. He's gonna be ready for a fight. I just like the face of hunger. I've seen the highlights of both fighters. They're both highly competitive. Both have great skill. Like I said, I like reach. And that little bit of reach to me is enough. Plus, when you look at somebody and you look at their eye and you see where they've been at. Shout out to It Is What It Is podcast with Mace, Killer Mace, Killer and Murder Mace. Mace was saying that Crawford's been touched up and responded well, which is true. I don't know if anybody's touched up Spence like that. So when it comes to adversity, we already know what it is when it comes to Crawford. I like Crawford. I just like when I go optics. Yes, Errol Spence is a hell of a fighter. Yes, he's going to bring it. Yes, so is Crawford. But I look at the both of them and I just see when you talk about that, you know what I mean? Backstreet, you know what I mean? Omaha, Nebraska toughness, some of that raw, you know what I'm saying? Just grit. I see that. I see a hungry man, you know what I mean? Although he's a couple years older, 30 knockouts is nothing to sleep on, just as well as 22 is not. But we're talking about a man that got shot in the head, okay? This man was shot in the head. And before all you Errol Spence fans start going crazy, I know he was thrown from a car going 90 miles an hour about a year or two back. So I understand his toughness is there too. To survive an accident like that, to be hurled from a car at 90 miles an hour is no small feat. And to be shot in the head, no small feat. This was one of them fights that was just destined to happen. These two men were destined to be here. Blessed that we have the opportunity to see them fight. Let's go into it a little bit more. So when Floyd Mayweather came out of prison, got out of jail for that short stint, he had to get work in. And he was getting work in for Robert Guerrero. And who he went to prep was a southpaw, of course, because Robert Guerrero was a southpaw. So he prepped with Errol Spence. And Errol Spence gave him some work. And I've never heard Floyd Mayweather talk humbly and praising another fighter as much as I've heard his tone when he speaks of Errol Spence. And that's saying a lot. Even if, you know what I mean, he just came out of jail, so he was a little bit rusty and everything. When your name is coming out of the champ's mouth, pause, in a respectful manner, you did something. So the respect is there. We already know what it is. I spoke about Bum Crawford training out there in the high altitudes. We also have to respect the fact that Errol Spence is training with Derek James, and Derek James got him in that Texas heat. And if you know anything or you've seen any video, you know Derek James is going to put him through some intense workouts in that heat. So he is officially ready for this fight. So if he does win, I'm going to tip my cap to the trainer. I'm going to say it's going to be Derek James training and unorthodox ways of going through things that's going to get him through this. Now, here's the interesting thing when it comes to boxing. Errol Spence is a right-handed guy that boxes southpaw, right? And on the back end, we got Bum Crawford, who is a southpaw boxer, but he can every once in a while within the rounds go unorthodox, switch up his stance. People thought maybe it was just trolling and it was a gimmick, but nah, he really gets it in. So he could switch up his stance mid-fight, mid-round, and maybe throw him for a loop. Although I'm pretty sure Errol Spence, student of the game, and his trainer, also teacher and student of the game, Derek James, is going to have him prepared for all of those little switch-ups that are going to present themselves in this fight. Errol Spence is the WBC, WBA, and IBF champ, okay? And Jamal Crawford has the WBO welterweight championship. So, like I said at the outset, you got 4 belts on the line. And this will be your undisputed, pound for pound, best in the world boxer crowned tonight in Vegas. You can't say enough about that. Like, we've been really, really hungry for something like this to come out here so that we could be entertained. And tonight, that's what we're going to get. So when we're talking about the best welterweights that ever did it, of course, at the top of the list is Sugar Ray Robinson, right? But then we're also talking about Thomas the Hitman Hearns. We're talking about Sugar Ray Leonard. We're talking about Pernell Whitaker, Roberto Duran. The list goes on and on. And the winner of this fight goes on that list, in my opinion, along with the Floyd Mayweathers. Let's not forget about the champ, who was the only one to retire undefeated. So it is what it is. You already know what time it is. I want to know in the comments or in your links in the chats, in the gram, what do y'all think? Who are y'all picking? Because this is going to be entertaining, but we ain't going to hold you up. This was just something quick. Like I said, for those of you that are novices, just a little something for you to chew on and just kind of get your, get your palate wet, for what's going to happen tonight. It's going to be a show. You're going to be entertained. Holla at Cask N Kane, get that rum. You ain't going to have it for tonight. It's just, that's just what it is. But the summer is still, in mid-swing. So you could definitely get that shipped to you so you can enjoy the rest of your summer, your cookouts, your picnics, and have this in the cooler, because it's going to go down. Yo, everybody be safe tonight. Enjoy, drink up, toast up, have a good time, and be prepared for this to go 12. But my pick, I'm saying, I think I'm going to have Crawford by knockout in round 8. Bottom shelf Steph. I'm here. Holla at us, UCB Uncommon Bond podcast. If it goes the distance, or if Errol Spence wins, salute to him, salute to his trainer, because you already know what it is. Respect to both fighters, man. It's going to be a hell of a show. Everybody tune in, and then, we'll recap later on. Maybe tomorrow or a couple of days later, we'll get back down here, and we'll see. Maybe I was right, maybe I was wrong. And we'll talk about why whoever won is, pound for pound, the best welterweight fighter in the business right now. All right? Holla at me. Peace and love. Be safe. We out of here.